What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So there's a lot of information, a lot of things that happened yesterday when it came to the Capitol building and all that stuff. I'm not going to get into that, but I did want to talk about stimulus and talk about the Senate runoff races because I didn't talk about that. The Senate runoff races have been complete. John Ossoff won against David Perdue, and Warnock won against Loeffler, which is great. It's historic for Georgia. It's historic for the country because Georgia has always been a red state, and now they're a blue state. Looking at the president who's a Democrat and then the two senators that are now Democrat is absolutely phenomenal. That flips the dynamic. But I really can't wait to see what the Democrats get done, and the fact that they won is absolutely phenomenal. Now, when it comes to $2,000 checks, we are going to receive these $2,000 checks. I am 100% certain that we're going to receive $2,000 checks. Now, depending on the details of who will be eligible and what else you will receive, I'm not quite sure. But I know that we will get these checks. They promise that we will get these checks and, really push their campaigns on the fact that we will get these checks. And there's a lot of people that are struggling, and Democrats know that people are struggling. So hopefully they can get this done relatively quickly, but I'm not entirely sure how fast they're going to get it done. The expectation for most people is the end of January, beginning of February, and I know that that's a little bit of time. Why should it take that much time? Maybe some people have already received their stimulus checks and they're like, all right, well, you know what? I went through that $600. Well, they have to go through that second round, so they're still sending those out. Physical checks, deposits, Social Security, they're sending out all of these checks, so they have to get through that before they get into the third round of stimulus. So make sure you be patient if you haven't received your $600, and I'll get into that detail next. But $2,000 will be a thing. Just, wait. I know it's tough to say because, a lot of people are struggling. They don't have any food. They still have to pay bills. So just wait it out. I believe that they're going to get you something. Now, when it comes to the $600 stimulus checks, these checks are still being sent out. Just like I said, they're going to be sent out for a while because you still have to get to everybody and give everybody the money that they deserve, right? There's millions of people that qualify for these checks. If you got one last year, you're going to get one this year. Make sure that you check all of your information on the IRS website. Go to the website and check to make sure your bank account information is right, your address is right. If your bank account information is wrong, make sure that your address is right, because if your address is correct, then they will send you a physical check. It's just going to be a whole back and forth between maybe the tax filer and maybe an old bank account or so. It just depends what your situation actually is. Everybody's situation is unique. The physical checks will take a little bit longer. There are some people that have received their physical checks already, so it just depends on what your situation is again. Like I said, if it goes to a tax filer and then the tax filer has to send it back and then the physical check goes out, then that obviously takes a little bit more time than someone just sending you a regular check. There's no real way of contacting the IRS. I mean, you can find ways to contact them, but it's very tricky to get through. It's like trying to contact Robinhood, which has no customer service. So I suggest that you go into this this payment tool, Get My Payment Tool, and you figure out all of your information. You line up your bank account, your address, make sure everything you have on file is correct, and then you just play the waiting game, because that's what it's all about. Also, make sure you check your mail daily, because you may be waiting on a physical check that someone might take. So hopefully that's not the case. But, if you're waiting on a physical check, make sure that you check the mail daily when your mail is supposed to come, because obviously you want to receive the check. You don't want anybody else to take it. So that's the stimulus update that I had for you guys today. It's a lot of detail to go off of. We had the Senate runoff races, which went the way that we hoped, and I'm really happy about that. The $2,000 checks, I believe we're going to get those, and the $600 checks, really just you have to play the waiting game. So let me know what you think about this. If you have any questions about the $600 check, about my expectation on the $2,000 check, or if you think we're going to receive $2,000 per month, let me know your thoughts. I don't think that's going to be the case, because we're way past the middle point of the pandemic. Some experts say that we're going to see the worst part of the pandemic in 2021, which I don't know if that's true. I mean, we're supposed to have these vaccines that are going to be doing some good work, I guess. I don't really know. My wife got the vaccine, the first part of the vaccine. She still has to get the second shot, but we'll see how this all plays out. Maybe we might need $2,000 a month, and that would be amazing for a lot of people to catch up on bills and still end up making money so that they can, spend extra on those bills so they don't have to, pay later. So let me know what you think about this whole situation. Make sure to hit the like button, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. So that's my video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.